Hello, my loves. Welcome into this introduction video for the Pisces solar season. This is for the Pisces solar season readings that we'll be doing here in just a minute. Hello and welcome in. If you are new, welcome to this beautiful journey that we are on here. If you feel called to watch the how to get the most out of these readings tutorial video, which will just take you through a little bit of how I recommend watching these and how to get the most out of them, you can go ahead and watch that. It's not necessary, but it is recommended if you want to dive deeper with me. For those who are not new, hello, welcome back in. Thank you so much for being here. It is my pleasure to offer these services this way for you, for me, for all of us as we learn to find out how the current cycles of the stars influence the energies with which we were brought into this life, which we took our first breath into this life with. And to get advice from the sacred tool of the cards and to connect with our support team, whomever they may be. So thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I love you guys. You can be part of my support system simply by engaging with this content, communicating with me about what resonates, what doesn't, sharing this content with others. You can also give me a donation at paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. Link is in the description. And you can go to my website, devotedandvulnerable.com/services, to look up other services that I offer. I do card readings, I do chart readings, and you can sign up for one of those there. So let's talk about the solar season. What is a solar season? Well, this is when the spotlight of our galaxy, the sun, moves into an astrological sign. So the solar season that we're in right now that we're moving into, that we're celebrating with this reading, with these videos, is the Pisces solar season. So that's going to be from February 18th, which is when the sun moves into Pisces, all the way until March 20th. So throughout these readings, as I talk about the month I am referring to is the solar month, which is in this time frame that I just shared. So as the spotlight of our galaxy focuses on Pisces, what energies are we being invited to look at and celebrate in our lives? Well, Pisces is the final sign of the zodiac story. It's an amazing, beautiful energy, as they all are. They all offer us different, unique perspectives and vibrations. So it's a mutable sign. You can see the symbol for the mutable energies on this infographic. Mutable signs happen when a season is changing, when it's not quite the season that it is now, but it's not quite the next season. So in the Northern Hemisphere, Pisces season happens as winter isn't quite yet over and spring hasn't quite yet begun. Mutable signs will always happen before the equinoxes and the solstices. So they're the seasons right before a new season begins. Okay, so they represent change. They represent things being adaptable. This is a water sign. So water represents the emotional world. The emotional realm is represented by the water energy. So Pisces as a sign is mutable water. It's changeable, adaptable water. It represents the element of our emotions that change and shift and move at a constant rate. The symbol of the Pisces is two fish, and they're always shown as swimming in opposite directions. I like to think of these two fish as the one represents the ocean from which we all kind of pour into at the end of our journey. And it also represents the womb, from the water from which we are all born into a new existence, because this is the season right before spring. So it's the season before the birth of something. So it represents the water of the womb, but also the water of the ocean, because it has gone through the entire zodiac story and everything is coming back into the ocean as one. So that's where we get the archetype of the Piscean energy that we're celebrating here. It's accepting, it's very intuitive, it's very devoted, it's very sensitive, especially it's the most emotionally sensitive out of all the signs, and it's very compassionate. It's unconditionally loving. It has seen it all, done it all, and it has the ability to open its heart to it all because of that. So What readings are going to be relevant for you? Well, we're going to be finding out which planets, the sun, the moon, or the rising in our birth chart has Pisces, is in Pisces. Okay, so you're going to be looking at the planets, the sun, moon, or rising in Pisces, and we're counting Pluto as a planet here. If you don't have any of those planets or any of those other attributes in Pisces, you're going to watch the background Pisces reading. If you don't know what planets you have in Pisces, I have a tutorial video. It's on astro.com. You can go ahead and watch that. It'll take you through the steps to run your birth chart, which will give you all of the information. And I take you through how to read, very simply, how to read the birth chart. Okay. You may also send me a private message. Private, guys, do not post this information publicly, okay? But you can send me a private message with your birth date, time, location, and year, and I will go ahead and tell you which readings are for you, okay? So that is an open invitation to you, but please send it privately, okay? Our intention with these readings is going to be to activate our intuition as it relates to the planets that this beautiful sign that we're spotlighting are uh, occurring in our lives. So, whatever planets you have in Pisces, we're going to be activating your intuition to help you embody the energy of the planet. And I'll go into each individual reading. I'll tell you what the planet represents and give you a little insight on how to unlock the intuition. We're going to be going to the Rider-Waite Tarot, which is the traditional classic tarot deck that most people are familiar with. And we're going to be getting guidance from our support team with this deck to find out how to activate that intuition. And lastly, before I go here, also want to invite you guys into the new moon in Pisces readings. They will be recorded just after all of these readings are recorded. The moon moves into Pisces and is new on the 20th. So it's a few days after the solar shift. So we're going to be doing all of these all at once. So you also have a new moon in Pisces reading available to you. Let me know if you guys have questions. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to see what this Pisces season reveals for us all. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors that universal light within you. Namaste.